It was Biscotti Runts. That's the last one he loaded up.
Was it? Runts?
Biscotti and Runts.
Oh, I remember that. See, that was so long ago. I barely remember that.
We're pretty loud, huh? Is that
right? Pretty much.
Is the music good though?
Flows.
This shouldn't got no commercials.
Psych. I'm talking about them garden hoes. Yeah. What's up, everybody? This is number 28 of the Odd Pod. We're back. We're still alive in case y'all worried about us. We gotta do shout outs. We gotta say what's up to Desmond. We gotta say what's up to it's recording. We gotta say, I'm just talking to myself. We gotta say what's up to that dude who found Romo's wallet.
Yeah.
What's up? That's 100, bro.
What's his name?
You want to say his name?
Yeah. What's his name? Terry or Jerry?
I don't know. I know his wife hit me up on the Friday podcast.
Well, if we're gonna thank it, we should find out.
Her name was Gabby V, so shout out to Gabby V.
Yeah, shout out to listener Gabby V.
Because if it wasn't for her, then he might not have answered that other message and shit. And so it was all good, bro. It's like boom, boom, boom. We're about to smoke on some legendary.
Gabby, you married a really good dude.
Man.
Yeah. Cause he said, and then Romo said that he listens to our stuff at work and stuff.
No, I think he listens to podcasts while he's working.
Oh.
So when we were conversating when I got my wallet back, that was a conversation of I sent him the link and whatnot.
She should send him the direct link for this episode.
I did. Oh yeah, sure.
You know what I'm saying? No, I mean you will. You still can't.
Ever since the last podcast, you went back to work too. Now you're working Joe again.
Yeah, and I talked about that a little bit on the Friday podcast because bro, it's been pretty tough. And it's not like a lot of physical work, but mental work, and that shit's still kind of draining.
Yeah, I mean, work is half mental. Being there, you know what I'm saying? Getting your ass up and motivate you to get your ass up.
And then a lot of the work. Hey, yo, something popped up, bro.
Somebody popped up? Where?
Yeah.
No, something on the.
Oh, it's Northern Security.
It's probably still recording, right? Who's Northern?
Yeah, it's still recording.
Okay.
It's just oh shit.
Yeah, I was doing a lot of.
That's what his girlfriend would say. Who's Northern Security?
Remember that commercial? She sounds hideous.
For real.
What's it called? I was doing a lot of translating. Oh, yeah. So I feel like it works. Like my brain, is making muscles or getting little wrinkles.
Yeah, they haven't used in a while. That's good.
Right.
Yeah.
And then it's like practice, bro. And then I have to look up certain words, so I'm learning and shit. Yeah. And it feels really good, bro. But that's why I took a week off of the Friday podcast. We took off a couple weeks from the Odd Pods, but we're back, bro. And we're better than motherfucking ever. And we were talking about spiritual experiences.
Oh yeah.
And for the most part, my spiritual experiences have been under the influence of chemicals. Yours haven't always been.
Yeah. What kind of chemicals?
What you talking about? A lot of my spiritual experiences pretty much started off during my first breakup. You know what I'm saying? I basically
first breakup ever?
Not ever. It was my first breakup with I guess a girl who I legit was quote unquote in love with, right? You know what I'm saying? Because it hurt.
How old were you then?
I was. Okay, so let me think real quick. I'm gonna say that it was 26, so I got married in 2016. I'm gonna say that it was around 2014, 2015 maybe. So I was 25, 24.
Alright.
Something like that.
So you about Romo's age?
Yeah, he is now.
Yeah.
Basically, prime in your 20s. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I was
prime cut steak. Fresh.
I hit rock bottom. You know what I'm saying? Quote unquote rock bottom.
Yeah.
Rock bottom. That's when you find, quote unquote. You
find yourself.
Yeah, that's the goal, right? Try to find yourself, get yourself out of the hole. So anyhow, one of the things I got into was meditating. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm I got.
What got you into that though?
I wanted to be a better person, so I'm
meditating.
So I'm want to meditate and try to deal with all my internal shit.
Did you see what I saw whenever we were young? When I was young, I saw Russell Simmons meditating because I didn't see a lot of people meditating.
Oh, you mean homeboy from Def Jam?
Yeah. He was at cribs and he was I'm meditating. Because not a lot of people talk about meditating, especially in hip hop and shit.
I think I saw a lot of it in cartoons too. You know what I'm saying? Well, what I thought meditating quote unquote was, right? You know what I mean?
Interesting. Yeah.
But I remember one of the first things I got from meditating was the concept of the 3 eyes, 3 eyes as in the letter eye.
Oh, the third eye?
Not 3 eyes, as in the 3 eyes, letter I. You know what I'm saying? The 3 eyes, the three yous, the 3 versions of yous, the past you, the present you, and the future you. And the past you is usually you at your most innocent. So let's say 4 or 5 years old, right? You know what I'm saying?
I was cute as fuck.
Your present you is obviously your present you, and your future you is that you that's hit enlightenment, basically. That grown up version of yourself that you see yourself as being all awesome and
that's
all
the
wise.
goal. That's the goal.
Yeah. So those are the 3 versions of you that the 3 eyes, right? And I discovered that the goal is to balance them out. You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to make peace. First of all, you can't make peace with your present self. You ain't made peace with your past self. And for most people, that's what all the work is, bro. Childhood trauma. So many of us have so much shit that happened to us when we were younger that we suffered through, events, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Basically, whatever that. Most of the shadow work is gonna be in that area with your past you, that most innocent version of you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if you can turn yourself now, your present you, into a version that you can go and assure your past you that, hey man, it's gonna be okay because we turn out to be the most awesome motherfucker ever.
Despite that aligns with the future.
Despite what happened, and you becoming a better person here helps give your little version you strength back then. You know, if you've seen Interstellar, timelines are time is all the timelines are always crossing. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That's the concept, right?
Kinda.
Yeah,
I can kind of conceptualize what you mean.
Yeah, all the timelines cross. You know what I'm saying? The universes all collide.
That's why I was telling my mom, like, there's probably if it's true that there's multiple versions of us, universes, then like there's a version of her that went to college. Cause she was talking about, I wish I went to college. I'm like, well, what if you weren't meant to? What if we didn't spend enough time together or something? She's like, that's true, and da.
Like, you healing yourself in this present time will help send vibrations to the past and your past.
Oh,
does that make sense? You know what I'm saying? And this makes your future you even stronger.
I didn't even put that together with Interstellar. They were literally vibrations.
Yeah. You see,
Wow.
There you go. Okay, so those are the 3 eyes, and that's one of the ones I discovered. You know, in fact, here's the thing, and it's funny because I'm doing a podcast, right? And I can't stand hearing my voice, like, right? And this is what I would do. I would have these meditations, and I would record the message I got on my phone as soon as I was done. Like, I would have it was my journals. I have those recordings here on this computer right here. I can play them anytime. But I refuse to listen to them because I can't stand the sound of my fucking voice.
Why? You got a good voice, bro.
Thank you, but I don't think that. You know what I'm saying? You know how y'all are. We all hear our voices and be like, I can't stand my voice.
I'm conceited. I like my voice.
Yeah,
I think this nigga does too. I mean, this guy does too.
You like your voice? You think you sound sexy, Romo?
I think I sound alright.
What's alright?
Sexy.
Alright, Chris, you wanna go ahead and give me some?
So Romo asked me what my spiritual, like the chemicals that were involved in my spiritual. And that's
asterisk. That was no chemicals.
Yours were without.
Mine
chemicals.
were before even weed, bro. No,
right.
So even before weed or before any mushroom.
Sure.
Yeah.
All spiritual.
Not me. I was
real, bro.
Not me. I used mushrooms. I used LSD.
No.
I used mushrooms, LSD. Weed was pretty psychedelic. Like, weed would get me to the point where I was like, cause weed is one of those things, bro. Like, I saw an interview on the internet, and this Jamaican dude was like, weed is like toothpaste for your soul. Like, it kind of cleanses you. It makes you humble. It gives you a little bit of paranoia, but it also makes you kind of excited. Like, it, you know what I mean?
I want to answer that. One of the things I keep telling my boy, because my boy lately asked me, he's like, bro, sometimes lately I feel like I'm a little like, he says,
zombie
like, in a way, not zombie like, but he's like, I can't take any, like, for example, when people want to make small talk, he goes, I can't really engage in it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying, he's like, I feel like I don't have time for that. He goes, when people start to make jokes, I don't really care anymore. Oh, you're taking yourself too seriously. Is what's going on there, right? And I told him that's one of the things that I feel weed has done for me. It constantly does. It helps me not take myself so serious to the point where I become a douchebag. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, we all have that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I told my boy sometimes it's like sometimes it's like you have to play a script. Like sometimes. So you feel like, really, this is so cliche, but yeah, bro, that's how sometimes it's better to be. It's better to play the script and be cliche to keep the whole thing moving and happy than to be Debbie Downer, Mr. What the fuck, you know what I'm saying?
Because I mean, there's enough of that shit already. There's enough negative shit already. So why add into that?
there is.
Because then that's just gonna make you feel more negative too, bro. So if you, and I mean,
yeah, you bring others down like that. You know what I'm saying?
and I think some people do need and I don't know if it's because of the attack of our DNA, like with pesticides and with vaccines and with all this other shit, and if that's why like people need sometimes weed to assist them into that empathy. You know what I'm saying? Because I felt that before, like, you know, I just don't give a fuck, you know what I'm saying? But now it's like, you know, that's not a way to go. It's not a happy way to exist.
Yeah. It's like, okay, before psychedelics, I would have never taken a show like there's a cartoon that used to run on Cartoon Network and it might still run. It's called Steven Universe, right? If you watch that show, maybe you'll have the answer like, fuck, this is a really typical cliche ass kid show. It's some bullshit, right? I would have never taken a show like that seriously before I took psychedelics, and it wasn't until I started to open up myself to it that I realized how deep and spiritual that cartoon itself is. It's just to see. Sometimes you just have to, like I said, go with the flow, go with it. Yes, right now you have to activate that kid inside of you who wants to watch cartoons. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like you don't always have to be, you know, this.
Because a lot of us were traumatized out of our childhood a little bit.
Yeah.
Right. So it's important to catch up a little bit and
that too.
Bring that back.
That too. Yeah. You know, because when you act like that, like you said, that dude who's like, oh nah, I ain't got time for that, or what the fuck's, you know. Then you hurt that younger version of yourself. You know, you're rejecting him or her.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's
and in turn, you're gonna hurt your future self.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Because if you never fix things or connect with that lower self, your higher self, your future self he's never gonna manifest. He'll never be. He'll just be some loser. You know, who walks around with this necklace of shame. Oh, I didn't do this, I didn't do that.
Chips and shit on their shoulders.
Yeah, basically, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, just
monkeys on the
plays
back.
a victim now, you know what I'm saying? A victim to circumstances that you created. All right.
And that's the game, bro. That they want us to think that we're the powers that be. Some powers that be want us to think that we're unable to change our circumstance, and we're completely able to do that.
So you want to talk about what spiritual experiences you had?
Yeah, so I mean, the first time that I took mushrooms was a good experience. The first time I smoked weed, I feel like it was a spiritual experience. But I was young at those times, so I don't think I really appreciated them. As I got older, like this last time this summer, during the quarantine, I took some golden teacher mushrooms, like about 6 grams or some shit. And I was you know, I'm blessed to have a backyard, you know, to explore and shit. And I was just like looking at ants, and bro, I felt like an adult on mushrooms. You become like a kid again. Like you experience things, you look at things in awe and wonderment, and you appreciate the beauty of nature, of the grass, of the sky, the trees, birds, the fucking ants, and just bugs, just literally everything, bro. Literally fucking everything, and you just become like a kid again, and you appreciate the wonderment of like there's all this life going on, where most people who are numb to that kind of thinking because of you know, the 9 to 5, the rat race, so they don't see that shit. They don't think that roly-polies are interesting or squirrels are interesting. They don't care about
time for that.
They don't have time, right? But you gotta make time to chill.
Yeah, see, you know, most people wouldn't have time to sit and like try to think about what they're trying to say or what this message is. You know, they're like, you know, I'm not a kid anymore. You know what I'm saying?
And that creativity is important, I think, for youth and for health. Yeah, you know, and it's interesting, bro. So. Damn.
We didn't trademark that.
Chris is just having an out-of-body experience, I think, right there.
Bro, I need to like cut that and like trademark that for life.
That should be like the intro. Every iPod. That should be the intro. Yeah, like stuff. iPod time. All right, iPod time,
y'all. Yeah, my times where I like. So one time on acid, right? It was me and my sister.
Sister and I.
My sister and I, and we took acid, and I think it was her. Well, I think it was their ex-boyfriend there, and then his friend.
The rat. Oh, that one, bro. We gotta circle that one. All right.
Sweet. Vibe.
Whew. Boom, boom, boom.
Man, I think he vibrated to another chakra on that one.
Bro, I kind of feel like a little.
Like the universe is telling you don't speak.
So we were. Nah. Oh, shit. What, you want to say something?
Nah.
Don't say shut up.
So, alright, so the cool thing that happened that time, right? My sister has a cat, right? A tuxedo cat. He's like 6 years old now.
Shout
Back
out to the tuxedo cat.
to Vader, and he was like 4 years old back then. I'm not sure. Maybe even younger. But back then, we also had a family of cats living back there. There was a mom who was a tabby, so she had stripes and shit. And then she had 4 kids, because we named them after the Ninja Turtles. Okay, so there was Mikey, who was the small one, and it was a tuxedo. There was Donatello, that looked just like the mom, and it would always follow the mom. He was like a baby. And then there was Leo and Raph. Leo was the leader because he always came to us and shit. Like, he was real outgoing. And still to this day, fucking 7 years later, I don't know how old this cat is, but he still lives outside and he still comes to my house.
Damn.
I think he's the only one that's. I think Raph was a black one, and I think he survived, but I don't see him that much. And so anyway, the tuxedo cat runs out there, and he starts playing with the cats. They play like a game of baseball. Like, they have a diamond, like it's like the shape of a diamond. Like, they have bases, bro. Like,
You say some cats were playing baseball?
it seemed like they were playing baseball.
Holy shit.
And so we were just watching them, and we were like, she didn't even be like, "Yo, I need to get him to put him back inside and shit." But he was just like, it was like organized, like we could, like if they were communicating, bro.
Man, that's fucking crazy.
Yo, I know what you mean. How you synchronize with nature there. I remember one of my psychedelic trips, bro. Like, I felt like I was timing everything. Like, when I was talking, I was just timing everything was perfect. And then I opened the door and I said, "Look at this moon." And bro, I swear to God, I felt when I opened the door, the moon was like right there. It was so bright, so big. You know what I'm saying? Like, the universe was with me on this trip.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. You feel like.
You know what? I felt like I have to make this trip. I have to get all the knowledge I can, because some universal laws are being broken right now by me taking these mushrooms. You know what I'm saying? I need to make the best of it. Bless you. Come on, make it exciting like it's called. Make it exciting like it's called.
I can't.
Action. Yeah.
I have like an anime character. Sneaks.
Yeah, you should do that. Nah, I'm good. Y'all can kill that. No,
what about you, Romo? What's your spiritual experience?
You want to talk about your first spiritual experience?
Well, he talked about it before. He talked about
the first one.
No, he talked about the second one where he met the dragon.
All right, we'll talk about that was.
Did you talk about
the first one? Nah, the first one.
Yeah, you didn't want to talk about
it on a trip. It could be the first time you.
No, this was a spiritual way. I won't go into depth of the other one, a part of it, but I remember we took shrooms, or I took shrooms at his apartment, and it took me like 30 minutes or whatever. He told me don't eat anything, have some lime juice or whatever. So
we had a routine. So look, when you take those mushrooms, because I ain't gonna lie, no matter what strain it is, it's gonna taste like ass. It's gonna taste like ass. You eat those fucking mushrooms, bro. Alright, so this is the routine. Like two bottles of water and about 4 mints. While you're chewing those mushrooms, take 2 mints, chug that water, down it all at the same time. Just take a little smorgasbord in your mouth.
I did that shit raw, son.
And
then,
bro, I salute you,
but
bro.
it maybe like the energy drink, I would use that a little bit. But yeah, it tastes like ass. But I'm like,
you know what? Maybe I'm just being a little bitch. Straight up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Some people they put in a peanut butter jelly sandwich. I want to try that.
Because you're diving in like a man. I'm over here like, wait, I get to get my swimming trip. You know what I'm saying? I need to get my goggles. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, while you're on the trip, lime juice, bro. While you're on that shit, lime juice, just lime, just straight lime juice.
When I did it the first time when I was 15, I was with some white boys and they told me to drink orange juice. Like, it makes it hit harder. Or something.
It work?
I don't know. I mean, I got fucked up. And it was like really hot outside. That's when Dave Chappelle was huge and they had the Dave Chappelle DVDs. And that shit was like the funniest shit in the world. It was already fucking hilarious, bro. But then the mushrooms were kicking in. I had a flip phone. And I had the skyline, right, as a wallpaper, and that shit was like all 3D.
Dallas skyline?
Yeah. Oh yeah, Dallas skyline. And then they had the the ceiling was popcorn like that, and it looked like people and shit like that.
Oh, I see it all the time. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You see those little patterns and thing. And it's like,
you know, if you like unfocused, it can kind of do that. I do that like when I'm not high.
Sometimes I'll be looking back like, wow, I still see it though. You know what I'm
Or
saying?
in grass.
Yeah.
Like it kind of like looks like it's moving and shit.
Well, see, I never had a house like that, so I don't like grass too much. But I know what you're saying. I feel you.
Probably even with carpet, like if you like unfocus a little bit.
Hell yeah, bro. You see patterns all the time in the carpet.
But and then we went to the creek and it was the summertime, bro. It was too hot.
Man, we just skipped over Romo.
Oh yeah, go ahead, bro. Well, my bad.
Yeah, hold on to that. We're gonna need it. Go ahead.
Yeah. But after I took him, I don't know. I started wandering around in my own mind. Is what I felt. I started walking, and I started walking through random doorways. I see random memories that I would see, and then all of a sudden I hear Matthew McConaughey talking in the background. That's my subconscious talking to me.
Wait, and then the second time?
No, this is the first time.
So he's a reoccurring character.
He is my subconscious talking to me in a manifestation in which I would understand everything. That's how my subconscious.
Country accent, a Texas accent.
Exactly. It was Interstellar, Matthew McConaughey.
Okay, we still have the accent, right?
Exactly.
For sure.
He explained everything to me, and it made perfect sense. I was like, well, okay, so you're my own, you're me, but
cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much. So we were just basically sitting there sipping on tea, and we were just talking about basically past memories. And then, I was walking down a random hallway. And
it's like an Alice in Wonderland house or something like.
Something like that.
Yeah.
He disappeared. And all of a sudden I see just a light or whatever. And it's weird because all I can see are just shadows. And it felt like angels were talking. Somebody was talking. There was like a group of people that were talking.
Kind of beings.
Somebody was saying, "Are you gonna take him, or should I guide him, or should you be the one that does it?"
Do you know what kind of shrooms you were on? No, right? Like the strain or anything?
Nah, you can't ask me that. I don't even know.
Sounds amazing.
But
so who picked it? Like who got to get you? Did one of them come out and be like, "All right"?
One of them basically kind of was telling me, your greatest weakness and what you are, what it is for me is letting go, because I have a hard time letting go of things. And it was letting go of the three main people that were in my life was my grandfather and my two young cousins that died.
In a short amount of time together.
I lost my grandfather when I was like 7. And then I lost my two cousins when I was 19 and 21. Lost them in back-to-back years, basically following years.
Were you close?
Yeah. In fact, there was a falling out between me and the oldest one.
Before he passed.
Mm-hmm. It's a year before. We could have spent that year spending a lot of time together. There's a lot of regret that I had with it.
How did they pass away?
They had a disease. It was a cystic fibrosis.
Both of them?
Both of them did.
Were they brothers?
Yeah.
Damn. Were they twin brothers?
Nah. One was younger and the other one was older.
What is that disease?
It's kind of like having a cold every day, but it's like you're drowning in your own fluid.
There's no cure to it, or?
Nah, there is none. Yeah.
And what about your grandpa?
Oh, he died in a construction accident. The rebar?
Nah.
It was like the bar that they put up for walls and stuff.
Yeah, like on the cartoon, or in the old New York things, they'd be sitting on one way up high and shit, eating the sandwich. Like the ones that they swing, like when baby's day out, and he was walking on and shit. No, those are steel beams. They don't get melted by jet fuel.
Have you ever seen those little steel beams that look all twisted? Like they let something twisted, but they're just straight beams.
That's what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Nah.
Okay.
Well,
but I can kind of imagine it.
Heavy construction equipment.
Damn, so it landed on him or what?
Yeah, it fell on top of him.
Damn, bro. That's sad.
So
That's crazy.
that was the first time I had ever experienced loss. I had never experienced it. Maybe in dogs, but not.
You close to your grandpa?
That might have been where the innocence, the young him. Yeah.
That's the trauma.
Yeah.
You cried when you were 7? At that
Oh
time?
yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think so.
I mean, I don't know. Like, not everybody's close with their grandpa and shit.
Ah! My foot.
Yeah, that was on purpose.
Then losing my 2 cousins, I mean, that hit hard.
Yeah, because that was of age. And how old were they?
The youngest one was 12, 13.
Yeah.
And then the oldest one was 21.
Damn.
So.
Alright, so
But
one of the beans was talking to you, telling you about your major weakness, right?
yeah, we
Letting
were
go.
talking. I mean, I didn't really see them, but I
Right.
could feel that they were there.
Right.
And what happened was, next thing I know is I see all 3 of them peering out, and they give me a hug, and they kind of basically let me know that they're alright, that everything's good, and that I need to just let go and continue on. And at that moment, I had never felt utter and pure happiness and peace, and I've never felt that ever again. That's like
That kind of like euphoric ecstasy. Like,
yeah.
Cause like that was like my first time smoking weed and getting high.
Apparently I was crying. Apparently like you pulled the blanket off me and I was crying. Or something.
Was he also pissing his pants and shit?
Yeah, that blanket is good for the tricks, man. That's how I do people. I said, look, put the blanket over you. You know what I'm saying? The blanket got to look kind of like a knitted one, so you can really still breathe.
Like stars.
At one point I laid on the floor, and then at another point I was on the couch, and at another point I was somewhere else.
Hey, I need a mask that's like quilted like that with holes so I can breathe, because I'm gonna have to wear a mask all day now.
What are you gonna say?
I'm gonna expand on. He said I had one meditation trip. This meditation, no drugs involved. Where I thought. Okay, I really okay. I was thinking about this one podcast I was listening to. It's called Mysterious Universe, and they were talking about how this lady had this experience where she felt like she was inside of a pool, and then under the pool there was like a party going on, but it was like glass. She could see them. She could see there was people because who they were. So I'm like, and I had a thought of what it was, right? So I remember what she said, and I had a meditation, try to focus on that same story, and I could see it, bro. It happened to me too. Like I was also in what you felt like it was like you're in a pool, right? But under this pool, there's like a glass room. You know what I'm saying? There's people in it. There's a party going on. You know what I'm saying? And you want to go in there, but you know you're like, you know, I don't know if I should go in there, right? You want to, but you're afraid to. You know what I'm saying?
Is there a door to go into?
Yeah. And somehow you get in there, and actually when you get in there, you realize that everyone who is there is someone who you've either lost or who at one point, you know, loved you in your past. You know what I'm saying? Like you would see your dead uncle. You know what I'm saying? You would see you know what I mean? People who've been there in your life. You know, a teacher who really gave a shit about you when you were a little kid and inspired you.
People who had impacts on you.
Yeah, you know, and you would see that at the end, and you would feel such a peace. You know what I'm saying? And in that moment, you knew this is what it feels like after you die, after you graduate, bro. Because afterwards, you're gonna run into all the people.
That good energy.
Yeah, and they're gonna be like, man. We've been waiting for you, man. You know what I'm saying?
I'm proud of what you. We've been watching you. We've been cheering you on. We've been supporting you.
And that's what it is. It is that, but it's like, look, man. Also, the thing I got is like, yeah, this is what's in store for you. But right now, think about all the people who kind of need you right now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're definitely
You're
not
making
done.
an impact.
You're definitely not done, but maybe this is a taste of what you will be. And isn't that beautiful? Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like to imagine if that was how it is when you go, bro. You know, when you go, when you wake up in a room or in a field, a beautiful field, and you don't know what's up, and a bunch of people will surround you, and you look around, you want to be scared, but every face you look at is a face you recognize so instantly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like for example, maybe you would see our faces in the crowd there. You're like, oh hey, that's Romo, that's fucking Vino. You know what I'm saying? You would see that there's my mom, there's my grandpa. That's my best friend from 3rd grade. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you would want to be scared, but you can't because you feel peace. You're like, oh, I feel, yeah. You know what I'm saying? What if that's what graduating is? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Interesting.
You were about to tell one earlier.
Nah, I was just saying that I'll just continue on in that mushroom trip after we watched Chappelle. We went to the creek, and in the creek, you know, it's hot as fuck. You know, it's Texas, summertime, and in the creek there was these rocks, and I saw skulls in the rocks. I saw skulls. I was like, oh shit, and
like you saw they were really there, or you just saw them?
no, yeah, they weren't really there.
Oh.
They looked like skulls to me on my mushroom trip.
Yo, speaking of that, okay, I'll tell you.
Go ahead.
Okay, look, so the first time I took any psychedelic was not mushroom, it was LSA. LSA is supposed to be the cousin of
The
LSD.
morning glory seeds, right?
Yeah, you take them in the morning glory seeds. You know, that's how you take them, that's what they are. And anywho, you know, so I took them. You know, and the first time I took them, you know,
How much did you take?
I took, okay, so in a bag, there's about like maybe 30 to 40 seeds.
You took one bag?
Yeah, I took a whole bag. And it was like the other trip. So, you know, I guess I was, good to loop me in, right? You know what I'm saying? So anyhow, I remember I was sitting there in the living room of the apartment we were living in at the time, and I had taken in my little brother. You know, shout out to my little brother. And we're sitting there in the living room, and I'm waiting for him to hit, and I'm staring at this thing on the wall, and it's this little, like, you know, this little candy poster. You know how it is. It says love, but one of the shapes inside one of the letters makes a heart shape, right?
Right. The O.
Yeah.
Or the V.
Probably, yeah, you know, you get it.
Could be either one.
Yeah. So I'm staring at this heart for a good minute or something. All of a sudden, I start to move over here, and I look to my left, I look to my right, and all I see everywhere are big ass hearts. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, whoa. And as I start to go into it, I just start to see more hearts pop up around those. So everywhere I'm seeing hearts, and I start to like, oh man, you know how it is. Your pupils start to dilate. You can't blink for dick. You know what I'm saying? Your eyes start watering up. Your mouth is open up. You gotta be careful. You might start drilling now. You know what I'm saying? Like you are in.
That's interesting. Cause like, all right, so I did LSA twice, and one time, I mean, I felt like a light acid. Maybe because I did shrooms first. Maybe if I would have did LSA first.
And then that led me to outside. I had we had to go outside, bro. It was middle of summer, bro, but we said fuck it, right?
Yeah.
We went outside.
And that's the great thing about psychedelics. It makes you go to the nature.
Yes. And the apartments happen to be pretty close to the lake, right? It's Lake Ray Hubbard, you know what I'm saying? So we went out there, and I'm staring at this whole thing, bro, and that's when it hit me. One of my first big psychedelic trip realizations about Mother Nature. Like I'm staring at Mother Nature, I'm looking at the water, I'm looking at the trees, I'm feeling the breeze, little bit of breeze coming through. Even though it's hot as fuck, I'm seeing that the sun is shining bright. I'm like, Mother Nature, man, like she right now is happy. She's happy because there is someone here appreciating her. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
She's happy that we're here appreciating. I mean, she's sad also, because she's sad because she wishes that more people would do this, you know, but all she sees is people driving their cars and just walking along, just too busy focused on themselves, taking themselves too seriously, you know what I'm saying? Taking life too seriously, you know?
Yes, sir.
Like
Too worried about time,
yeah,
too worried
man.
about bullshit.
Yeah, man, if you were to just take 5 good minutes to look up at a nice view, you know what I'm saying? Enjoy
Look at the
nice
clouds,
breeze,
enjoy the trees.
Sit up under a tree for 5 minutes, bro. Just 5 minutes a day.
It's meditative,
yeah,
bro.
enjoy that view.
It's like that for a reason. Like just even if you just look outside, right, and you see the big tree with the leaves in the wind.
You know how people take these pills to be not depressed, antidepressant pills. Well, look, basically you're taking a big pill right there, a big happy pill, a big like this.
Big dose of
dose of happy, a big dose of
green and blue they
love.
make
You know what I'm saying? Because you cannot look at that and you're a human being. Bro.
And the stars, bro.
You cannot say that's nice. You know? Yeah, bro. To this day, over there, because
especially like in the summertime when I was on one of my trips. When I was tripping with a female friend, we went to the lake. I think it was Lake Ray Hubbard too. And you see the stars, and you see the water. It's just perfect, bro. It's perfect. It's like I'm supposed to be here right now, experiencing this. and then you just that's just beautiful.
You know, here's something too, bro. I've never been to the sea or the ocean before, ever, right, in my real life. But when I meditate, I immediately am like on the sand at night, right next to a body of water, and I can feel the cold breeze. I feel that cold. I feel that water. But like I said, I've never been. In real life, I've never been to an ocean or a sea, anything like that, right?
As far as you know, but one of your lifetimes.
But when I go meditate, bro, it's like I feel it. I feel that incredibly cold night air right there by the ocean or the sea, wherever the fuck. I feel that sand that's kind of moist on my fucking feet. You know what I'm saying? Like It's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
And on that, because I've experienced mushrooms and because I've experienced that things like you can almost make that experience happen again without mushrooms. You can appreciate that stuff now that you've experienced it with a psychedelic.
I'll be real. The shit I experienced before I started smoking weed and having mushrooms was way more intense than the shit, you know, than with drugs. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When I was just meditating for like hours a day, the shit I was getting then was like way more intense than anything I've ever taken. You know what I'm saying?
Interesting.
And it was, you know, I came out of it to the point where, you know, like I'm not hating on the psychedelics at all, but yeah, like you said, you don't really need them.
Exactly. But they're there. I mean, it's a risk sometimes. You know, especially if it's not supposedly legal.
The intention.
Yeah, it's always the intention.
This is why, like I said, bro, I've taken a handful of trips, you know, and I
me too.
I feel like
I mean, like I could be okay if I never trip again, right?
And I feel like there's people who like trip on the regular, and they have gotten nothing out of it. Right. You know what I'm saying? But those handful of times that I've done it, I feel like I've come back a whole new individual. You know what I'm saying?
Right. They're using mushrooms and shit like the way I used to use coke.
To me, there's two people.
Parties.
Like to me, in my opinion, there's two people. There's two kinds of people that want to do that shit. The people that just want to get fucked up and escape reality because you know, I don't like it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you're not gonna do anything to change it. You know what I'm saying? You're just gonna keep crying about it, bitching about it. And there's people who wanna legit see what the universe has to say. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I remember that. You know?
That's the only reason why. That's why I'm curious about DMT. I wonder if there's anything. I mean, I think I'm on the right path, but there might just be something else, another message, you know. But I'm okay. I'm not gonna go searching for it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not. If it happens, it happens. But
look, that the person who makes it
distracts.
actually wants to smoke with me. So maybe that's a sign, right?
Maybe.
I mean, I might as well ask for it. They're gonna reserve me around.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. The skulls that I saw on the wall, they were like that skull on your shirt, bro. And so that's probably just a representation because I saw skulls. I saw the little people, and I was like, oh, and then so then we were like going back to the house, right? And I was so high that I passed out like in the street, so they had to like pick me up and shit, like 'cause it was so fucking high. And then they took me back and I chilled, and then I went home. My eyes were so dilated, right? And then my parents, they didn't notice, so I took a shower, and I was like, maybe, because you know when you're high with weed, you take a shower, it kind of takes it away, right?
You made me think of some other shit, bro, on that LSA.
Yeah.
But and by the way, this trip lasted 11 hours, so so there's a lot of shit that happened. So look, one of the things that happened was when I was out there by the lake, eventually my body was like, hey, we got a problem here. Like, my kidneys started feeling weird. And I'm fucked up, but my body still sent me, like, go get water. Go home. Right. So I'm like, bro, we have to go. But we're fucked up. I'm like, bro, we gotta go back. You know, like, we're on a mission, bro. Back. You know what I'm saying? So, walking back to
it's like Wonderland now.
Yeah, bro, walking back to the apartment, you know what I'm saying? And the way you said that, like, you saw shit or whatever, like, you had to be dragged, you know, you try to act normal. We had to go back I had to go back to my little brother's house where he lives with my stepmom and my dad. Right. So I had to go take him back because he had to go do something. Right. So anyhow, we're fucked up, bro. We're fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So we end up.
Like they probably would never suspect that you guys were on shrooms.
No, they would. Trust me.
Oh, really?
If anybody they knew we were gonna do it. You know what I'm saying?
I wonder if my parents too. They were.
So we get back and we're playing cool, bro. Like somehow I'm like, holy shit, I'm able to still act normal. I'm like, bro, this. I told my bro, this is way better than weed. I can still act normal on this shit, bro.
And it doesn't smell.
Yeah, but anyhow, I remember my little bro got his scooter, little pedaling scooter, and he started riding it. And bro, I don't know what made me say, bro, I'm gonna race you. Like he's like, what do you mean? I'm gonna race you. He's like, right now, I feel like I can take you.
Like running?
So bro,
on the scooter.
Bro, and tell me why I did, bro. I was like, he was on the scooter and I'm running right next to this fool, bro, for like the whole street, the whole block, bro. He was like, what the fuck? Yeah, bro. I'm like, this shit is what's up, man. I feel like Flash.
Damn. Yeah. All right. So
hey, what if the reality of it is if you're watching that nigga? What? Oh my god, the funniest thing.
Like y'all are both fucked up and y'all both going real slow and shit.
Like, and I'm like, everyone's like, man, what's
and y'all think y'all are going like,
and they're like, what's wrong with them motherfuckers, bro? Oh my god, that's one of the sitcom right there.
Hell yeah. Yeah, bro. So I took a shower and then my parents left, so I was chilling, and I remember playing like Tony Hawk for a little while.
Which one?
3 or 4. Does that mean you want to cock in your mouth?
I don't know.
What time we got?
Yeah,
there's a lot of numbers.
Like 2 hours? I'm going to Joe Rogan time yet?
40 minutes.
Damn.
That's not bad. Well, let's
y'all
wrap
keep
it up.
talking. I don't go much.
And that's episode
28.
No, wait, keep talking.
Anything else?
No, keep talking.
It's gonna be me and you. Keep talking.
All right, yo, this is
I got something for him.
I'm a motherfucking savage, smoking on some cabbage. Sometimes it looks like radish.
Whoa, what's going on?
I don't know.
Whoa.
I'm trying to give them the status. I just feel like freestyling, wilding, G-chilling. Nah, but so yeah, and then I remember like the come down was like perfect, like because I think I did that after Yale, after Coke, and the come down from Coke sucks. But I remember the come down for mushrooms, I just felt like great. You know? It was weird. Yeah.
I remember one of the first times I took mushrooms, it took me forever to come down, bro. Like even after I got all that, okay, you think after you get all those like downloads, you know, from the universe, they're like, all right, we're gonna knock out.
That's it. Yeah.
You're doing right with. No, you're just up now.
That's how acid is. Acid, sometimes you think, all right, I'm about to come down, and it's like it starts coming again. It's like, oh, okay, I just started. This is not. And then I listened to not Daft Punk. There was like this. It was some kind of techno nigga, but I'm sorry, dude. But it was like really trippy. I also listened to Grateful Dead a little bit, and I was like, okay, I kind of get it. But you had to be on acid to listen to Grateful Dead.
You know what? Shout out to that comment, cause I honestly never got into those dudes.
Yeah, bro. I think you had. That's why they're all like fucking on acid and shit. Yeah, bro.
Hey, you talked out?
Yeah, I think so. I think I'm getting hungry too. You about to share, or what's up? What you got over there, homie?
Nah, I ain't got nothing.
I'm probably not even hungry, bro. I'm just like mañoso. I wonder what that is in English.
Horny, fool. Mañoso means horny. What are you talking about? Like mañoso, like, you know, what mañoso means a guy. You know, mañoso's a guy that touches on kids, bro.
What?
Yeah.
Nah. Well, then what's the word? What's the word then? Jesus Christ! I did not know that. What's the word when like you're not hungry but you see something and you want it?
I guess we just call that like a mental craving, visual craving.
No, but in Spanish, bro, there's a word for it in Spanish.
Well, I don't know. Que tienes el ojo más grande que el estómago. I don't know.
Nah, that's something else. Damn, bro, that's a pedophile.
Yeah, mañoso. You know, yeah, people say it's mañoso. That means he's grabby. Be careful. You know what I'm saying? Mañoso.
Dang, I never heard that shit.
Yeah.
You ever got molested?
No.
No, I'm not judging, bro.
I
I never got molested.
Are we gonna resolve childhood trauma on this podcast too? Holy shit!
I never got molested.
We're gonna have a 2 for 1.
So one of my homegirls from high school, she messaged me.
Story about how you molested?
Nah, but she had nothing to do with molestation. But I'm saying just trauma. Like
moving on.
During high school.
Moving on.
Yeah, and another subject. Change sub.
Moving
like when we used to write letters. Change sub. Moving on.
Yeah.
chapter 2. She was telling me that in high school she was going through trauma too, and she didn't know that I was going through shit, right? But she's been watching my Friday podcast, and I'm talking about that shit.
Yeah.
And
you wanna shout her out?
Yeah, I don't know. She wanted me to say her name.
Nah, don't say her name. But let's not dox people.
Yeah, but it's cool. I mean, and it makes it interesting. Like a lot of us were going through the same shit, and we just didn't know, and we're all dealing with it differently.
Well, look, the way all of us can relate to so many memes, I think it shows that, I think a lot of us grew up the same way.
That kind of trauma, right?
A lot of us think that we're fucked up or weird, and it turns out that we all got the same damn thing to do. So.
And then also, like, I think people our age, like the late 80s, early 90s babies, we kind of feel like, because we got to see the world, we got to experience the world before the internet. And then we saw the rise of it, right?
Yeah. We know these fools are going too hard on this shit.
Exactly. So we can connect with the old, but we can also kind of connect with the young. But when we were with each other, it's like it's a whole other thing because we were in the middle. And then a lot of us, I think, still feel like we're like really young, like we're in our 20s and shit. Like how old do you feel?
I don't know.
I mean, I feel like I'm in my 20s.
When I say to myself, yeah, you're 31, I'm like, damn, like it still surprises me, like, damn, right, I'm 31. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I don't know. I don't know how old I feel, but I know I'm just surprised that I'm 31. I don't know.
Right.
Maybe because I feel that I'm 31 and somewhat well put together. You know, or maybe
because there's old people who think like their body is old, but then their mind, they're like, I still feel like a young person.
I think I said the youth of a 21-year-old, but my body feels like it's 30 years old.
And you're 25.
He's 25.
And why do you think that is? Because of fighting, or
you fought that many years?
Because you were big before?
It's been a mental struggle.
A lot of things.
Okay.
Probably football.
Oh yeah, you played football, right? You got some CTE from football, probably.
Probably.
What CTE stand for?
He's got good CTE.
Good CTE?
Good CTE.
Oh, what's that mean? Oh, like he got knocked around by his brothers and shit?
Nah, like hood CTE, like the people, like, okay, for example, people who live with crack, people have to deal with crack, and people have to deal with getting shot at, people have to deal with that kind of shit, that kind of hood shit.
That's CTE?
He deals with that. Yeah, bro.
Oh yeah, because he went through a lot of shit.
Why do you think people from the hood are so goddamn aggressive, bro? Because of what they went through.
I thought it was PTSD.
That's what I call it.
CTE. I thought CTE.
Oh, look, I'm high as fuck.
CTE is the physical one, right?
CTE, no, you're fucking right, bro. The word, no, I'm high and I'm using the wrong word. You're right. The word, the 4 letters looking for is the word I'm looking for.
PTSD.
Hood PTSD.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
I mean, hood CTE, we were like, oh, I guess you got your ass knocked around. You're right, fool.
You got it like that, ass knocked around and shit.
You're not know what fuck is CTE. You're like, no, bro, you don't know what CTE is.
I was just like, I mean, I was like,
go with it, Vino. We'll see where you go.
Yeah.
All right. Anyhow, yeah. Romo's got hood PTSD like a motherfucker, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can watch that show Breaking Bad.
You get flashbacks and shit.
He can't watch it because it gives him flashbacks. I can watch it because it's so shitty. All right. What else?
Yeah, it was alright.
Go ahead, debate me. Tell me they shouldn't have killed the son way sooner. He was already half to the grave.
The son?
Yeah.
Did he get killed?
No, but they should have.
Why?
Because he was so annoying. And the sister, we should have killed her too. Way off.
Oh, the sister of the wife.
The sister of the wife. Yeah.
The dude got killed, right? The cop.
By cartel members or whatever, right? Some shit like that. Because he was like a cop. He was law enforcement.
Yeah, it was alright for its time. It's like how people talk about. I think I didn't watch Sopranos.
I did, and I'm gonna tell you something. Overrated.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something.
But at the time, it was probably like revolutionary, right?
That was only good up until season 3, season 4. Basically, when Tony got shot by his uncle, and he went to a coma, that's when the show got shitty. Because it became way too much about this guy trying to write this artsy drama, deep shit, than about making it a mob show, which is why we fucking wanted it, right? We wanted to watch a fucking mob show.
Some Godfather shit.
Yeah, we didn't want to watch no pussy ass, deep ass, like fucking
like psychology,
intellectual soap opera. Fuck all that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're trying to cater to a different crowd.
Like when I watch Hannibal and I hear all this, stuff about, I want to hear that. That's when I'm watching Hannibal.
Right, because it's all about psychology.
Yeah, it's about the cerebral mind and how people think. I don't give a shit about that in Japan. I just want motherfuckers to be killing each other and fucking these whores. You know what I'm saying?
Pretty much. Yeah, doing drugs and shit. That's why I like Peaky Blinders. There's violence. You know what I'm saying? There's not a lot. I mean, the talking it's like it gets to something.
I don't know why I can't get into it.
I love that shit, bro.
He showed me a few seasons.
Did I?
He's like, y'all showed me Happy.
We gotta watch. Yeah, you watched the first season of Happy, right?
I get it, but to me it was like.
It's about child trafficking.
Yeah, to me it tried too hard.
Great. And in the second season, they get into the Vatican and Easter and shit. You watched that one, right? We watched that one.
I haven't watched the second season.
We watched parts of it. Okay, not all of it.
To me, it's like it tried too hard to be like.
It's from a comic book. Yeah. The first season was originally based on a comic book, so it's crazy and out there.
But most of these shows nowadays, I feel like they're violent to be violent anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Yeah, I mean, but I just think that they were trying to. It was just creepy how they trafficked those kids. And how the entertainer was involved and shit, and then it's just like, well, it's too on the money.
Well, see, not anymore. See, after what we know, what we've seen, what we've heard, that's like, that's just how it's really done.
Exactly. And then like Avicii, did you ever see his video? They got him killed.
Yeah, it was about child trafficking.
It was wild, bro. What's crazy is if they would have came out with that shit now, they might be alive.
Well, no, here's the thing. Their deaths are the reason why this went to the spotlight. They were sort of...
They made it more suspicious.
Yeah,
people connect dots, bro.
I hate to say that people had to die, right? But, like, if it weren't for those
are real martyrs.
Yeah, basically. That's what I was looking for, but I didn't want to sound dramatic, right? But, yeah.
No, those are martyrs, but possibly even saints. I think little kids that get tortured and shit, those are like saints. Those are real saints, bro. The kids that get killed and shit, that are innocent. That's pretty dark.
On that note, that was episode 2.5.
We'll leave them all sad and shit.
Yeah. Nah.
So Romo's letting his hair grow on his face.
His
face. Yeah. What?
Yeah.
Is that
You mean he's growing a beard?
Did your chick tell you to do that, or
no?
Is it just a? You kind of looking like that dude on that picture right there.
Kind of what I'm trying to go for.
He wishes. Yeah, I was gonna say he wishes.
You need some more wrinkles though.
It's gonna get him pretty soon. Don't worry, those kids are only gonna get more troublemaker as they go.
Oh God, no.
How was their online learning?
Nah, they're back in they're going.
They're going to regular school. They gotta wear masks and shit all the time.
Yeah, but they like it. They enjoy it.
I think I felt claustrophobic, bro.
Yo, he tells me that his 3-year-old goes to this special area at school where it's a bunch of other 3-year-olds because they're getting ready to go hang out with the other 4-year-olds.
Yeah. Like pre-K 3?
Yeah, I told them that must be the cutest fucking class ever. I would go to that class, man.
Oh, they are. Pre-K is fucking cute, bro.
Hell yeah.
They're so innocent.
I'm gonna be assistant. I'm gonna be helper over there.
Right. Because all they do is learn about shapes and shit. It's just like that movie Half Baked, the teacher. Kindergarten, because it's just like you're on the same. That's what weed helps too, is you get on the same level as well, and you just appreciate the simplicity and the innocence.
All on Steven Universe, pass them all crystals out. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I was gonna ask you. I'm glad that you brought that up again. Is that what got you into crystals?
No, I was into them before that, but that just expanded my knowledge.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Was meditation then crystals?
Yeah, synchronicity. Yeah. It was meditation, and then a few years after that, I discovered crystals. Like, how did I? Oh, see, at first, I think it was Drunvalo, and then a combination of Drunvalo and Spirit Science, that YouTube channel with all.
Yeah. The cartoon.
They got me into it, you know. And at first, I thought it was some BS, right? You know what I'm saying? But I can't remember what exactly really put me over the top, but I do know that during some tough periods in my life where I was trying to overcome certain obstacles, the certain crystals, in my opinion, did do me a lot of good.
And then, all right, so there's people who say, nah, that's just your because I carry a placebo, right? And even if it is. It just shows how powerful you are. And if it takes a crystal, if it takes prayer in the crystal, that's why, like, for people who, like, because I know there's atheists and shit on my Facebook feed that, or at least one who be like, this does nothing, like praying does nothing. I was like, at the very least, it gives people.
How has not praying worked out for you?
Exactly. I mean, he seems like he's not everybody's gonna be mentally strong enough to be atheist and be happy and be a teacher like
that's
this
what I'm
dude.
saying. Are you happy? Not praying?
I wonder.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
Because they also that's the same kind of person that's like stressed out about certain things in the world.
I'm not gonna sit here and say, well, look, I'm happy because I pray. But if you who doesn't pray is sitting there telling me that like, oh, I
like you care about them praying.
Yeah. So let me ask you, how has not praying worked out for you?
Right.
Are you an absolutely happy individual who thinks you're happy with all your stuff?
And even if it's just the word, like if it's just the placebo and it helps people feel stronger, what's the harm in that?
Yeah.
There's no harm in it.
Yeah.
Same with crystals, same with sage, same with everything, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised if those things are there for a reason, that this shit has been hidden from us because powers that be don't want us to know that we have abilities. And
as long as you don't start to just abuse it, right? Like,
exactly.
I think it's the thing, I think that's when this is a good way of transitioning to what I guess Ed and I have sort of been trying to, tell you what that is. You know what I'm saying? That weed is just a tool. You know what I'm saying? Weed is one of those things that yes, it can help you turn the switch on to realize that don't take myself serious or I'm relaxed. But really, the work is done by you. You know what I'm saying? I guess that's what we try to tell you is that you think you need the weed for this or for that, but it's really all in you. You know what I'm saying? It's always been there. You know what I'm saying? You just
it's easier.
Yeah. In a way, you take the easy way out. That's the way to say, right? It's like the dude.
The cheat code.
Yeah, it's like the dude that instead of having a problem, will go and put his crystals in the alignment and say, "Oh, I want to meditate. This problem goes away." You know what I'm saying? Like that's not how it works, man. You know what I'm saying?
Well, damn, I don't want to end it like that either.
Why you don't? Why? That's a downer to you?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I'm not.
You feel judged?
A little bit.
Why? Don't feel judged.
Alright.
We're telling you the thoughts is in you.
You're right. And I know it. I know this is a fact. It's just
facts. It's just
facts.
Yeah,
it's facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's something that you need to be able to come into balance with. I don't know how to explain it. It's like it's like when you're getting a test for your eyes and you have to focus the vision and everything.
Yeah.
It's there, right? But you just have to Chris sees this idea and Chris sees his vision. He just needs to put him in alignment. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's a good analogy. I like that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That's good. That's a good way to end.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, once this dude's asleep.
Damn,
that's 3 times I said that. I'm so happy I've been with y'all and shit. It's been a minute, bro, since we recorded too.
Yeah, for real, we should.
I hope everybody enjoys this one.
I might start trying to be more active on like legit writing podcast topics.
That'd be cool too. I'll also try. But yeah, this week's gonna be interesting, bro, because we're getting pre-K back for the first time.
Oh man, let's get it.
And it's gonna be. Yes, bro, it's gonna be weird. Well, they're fresh kids. They're pre-K, so they've only met us online.
Yeah.
And half of them are coming, half of them are not.
So this is their first time in school, period.
Yes.
Never mind, they haven't missed shit.
Right.
Man,
now there are kindergartners coming back. Some kindergartners are coming back. So I've seen them last year, and that's gonna be hard because they're gonna want to hug us, and we can't hug them.
Hey, did Noah cry when your mom dropped him off the first time?
They're ready, right? He was ready.
I would say he was ready. I think he was just like
He's pre-K?
excited, but he was kind of scared at the same time. Yeah, he started pre-K.
Okay.
Because apparently he ran inside.
Pre-K 3.
That's what he ran inside?
Yeah.
What about Joelle, the pre-K?
That's what my sister did. She ran inside. Me, I kind of like looked back like.
Bro, I had to go home because I cried. My mom had to go back and get me, bro.
Oh,
that kid.
You fucking pussy.
Yeah, I was that kid. What about Joelle? What Joelle do? Oh, that's what's up.
This nigga really falling asleep.
I am, bro.
Did you drink today?
Nah.
He just had a long, bro. He did.
Oh, you worked?
He's been up since 3. Man, you call it work.
3
On Saturday, bro, it's half-ass day. It's Cadillac day on
So
Saturday.
you woke up at 3 in the morning. You haven't napped or nothing?
2.
2?
Ah, dude.
Nah?
Well, you couldn't reply to my text until like
Dang.
5.
I feel you, bro.
Well, I guess, y'all keep talking, I guess.
No, we're warming up.
That's
there.
a good.
Okay.
That's about a solid hour.
This
Right
podcast
there.
is talking about Noah, but not Joelle.
Oh wait, what happened with Joel?
Yeah, I asked you. What about
He went with Joshua, so I mean, he was excited to go too.
They went together.
Yeah.
Same school.
They walked.
That's what's
Joshua's the older brother.
Yeah.
He's 8?
9.
9 years old.
My son's 12. He don't want to go back, bro.
Damn.
And I shared him some articles that said, and I think everybody should also shout out to this search engine called DuckDuckGo.com, cause Google, bro, they be fucking with the shit, bro. And so if you go there and you search up shit like the truth about the C word, not cancer, COVID, like the flu is more dangerous than COVID, right? And so there's an article like that, and so I share that. And then my son said what most people say, well, there's a vaccine for the flu. And then so I looked up an article. There's an article that said that the flu vaccine can be more dangerous than the flu. So, I mean, and I told him, I said...
Speaking of which, he was on Fox News earlier this week. Dr. Oz, a famous guy, yeah. He was saying, he was doing an interview, and in the middle of the interview, he actually said, the flu shot actually increases your likelihood of getting COVID. Bro, they cut him off. The anchor was like, okay, we gotta go.
That was on what news?
Fox News.
Even Fox, man.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying, bro.
They just immediately like, okay, stop the interview. They cut it off. Boom, gotta go.
That's what I'm saying. But some people think like, I think Fox be lying, NBC be lying, all of them, bro. They gotta keep a certain agenda, but for sure. And I told him, I said, I respect your decision, whatever you want to do, because I guess most of his friends aren't going back. I said, but I just want you to know that there's more sides than just what you're hearing in the mainstream.
Is that what you think he's going about what he's hearing in the mainstream?
Well, that's what he told me. He's like, why should I, like some kid already got it? It's because the soccer kid got it, and so they sent out an email. I was like, but he's gonna be fine. Everybody that we know, from my grandma got it, my cousin who has asthma got it, and it was really bad, but he's fine. Everybody who's got it has been fine, bro, that we know.
Yeah, this we can turn this to a whole other topic, but we're not gonna expand on.
Yeah, but exactly. That's that's 1 hour, 1 minute right there, 101, baby.
Boom.
Shout out to everybody, positivity, much love. Hopefully we get back on track. Yeah. Peace.
All right, make the bed for Romo.
How do I?
Hold on, man.